No, he's going to travel with us, and then the hope is that he can give it a go on Sunday.
Is he? Is that a sign that
he's improving? Yeah, he's improving, but he still hasn't run yet, so that'll be the next hurdle, I guess.
Does he have a strain specifically, or is it just like a bruise, or is it just
No, it's whatever a hip pointer is, but from my understanding, it's just a bruise right there, and those can be pretty significant. And again, anything that affects basically anything you do with your core, which is all of basketball, pretty uncomfortable.
How did
in the game? I have no idea. Sometime within the game. I never asked. They said he mildly sprained his thumb in the game. He's okay to play though.
Any changes to the starting five from Monday night?
Not from Monday night. Keep it the same.
Brett, how much pressure does that Jackson Drummond pick and roll put on the defense?
Well, I think it's now it's 48 minutes of it, right, with Jennings and Jackson and Drummond. And Baines is a good roller in his own right and scores down there pretty well in that system. It's pretty clear what Stan wanted to do over the last 15 to 16 months with spacing the floor with skilled fours. When you think about how impactful Ilyasova and Tolliver are, it may not just be on the stat sheet. It's the fact that those rim runs are a little bit more open by those bigs, and then the guard driving. It just puts you in such a predicament because, as the big guarding Drummond, you're antsy to get back to him because you're worried about what can happen, and you be on a highlight reel. But you got to stop the ball first, and so you're dependent on all five guys to help, which opens up opportunities for their 2, 3, and 4. And so it all works together. It all fits together, and it's a good plan of attack.
Brad, how much is going with Kelly to starting five kind of tied to Avery's absence, the need to stretch the floor a little more?
A little, but also tied to my answer right there. The more spacing you have, the better, I think.
Coach, have you noticed that Andre Drummond every time he misses, it seems like he's always there for a putback, and if so, do you guys put an extra emphasis on that and try to keep him off his own misses?
I mean, you're trying. Everybody in there knows Andre Drummond's a great offensive rebounder. Everybody knows if you're in the vicinity, you have to be the one that attempts to keep him off the glass. You're not going to keep him from getting an offensive rebound all night, but you just have to make him as difficult as possible. I think you have to take away as many of those rim run and rim roll dunks as you can, and then obviously get him off the glass. But if you try to block him out like at the block or closer to the rim, you're not winning that battle. So you've got to go and meet him earlier. Otherwise, he's just too big and strong.
You're not a big fan of the intentional foul, but sometimes you have to use it. You seem to use it very selectively. You have an idea. There's the thing in the playoffs last year where they just went after DeAndre Jordan and Houston did. There are times where you say, okay, we're going to use it. End of quarters, out of timeouts.
Well, I'm gonna use it. Certainly, you hope to choose the right guys, right? But in the right moments, sometimes those guys make shots. But I think you use it as you see fit. Certainly, we were behind big in game one, and it was a factor in us coming back, I think. And then we were up in game two, and we used it more for 2-for-1 situations, or maybe out of a timeout where the clock was stopped anyways. I think the really interesting discussion is I saw Atlanta use it when they were up 16 in a live ball with 5 minutes to go. And I think that there's a lot of people that say when you're up, it's probably better than when you're down. But you get way above my brain when you start talking about all that stuff. I think I know the percentages. I know what he shoots on a daily basis. I know what we score on a given basis. So, you just play those numbers.
So it sounds like you almost use it to kind of dictate the pace of the game.
Sometimes you just respond to what's going on in the game. Like when you're way behind, it is an avenue of at least, giving yourself a chance to come back if he's not making it.